Hello guys, in today's video I'm gonna show you how I use the Noise Engineering Desmodus Versio, which is essentially a reverb, and I'm gonna show you some techniques that I use during my live performances. The module is patched, the inputs and outputs are patched to the mixer, so I have send return for the effects. I have two, and one is connected to the Desmodus Versio. The send is mono, the return is stereo. And I use the Desmodus Versio mostly with the Loqueli Chitarritas and the Vic. And with this knob here, I can control the amount of effect that I'm sending to the Desmodus Versio. So I think that probably the main one that I use with is the Loqueli Chitarritas. So it's the one that is sending more amount. Sometimes I also send a bit of Roland TR-8S if I want. Also sometimes a bit of kick drum, depending on what I'm doing with the Desmodus Versio. But mostly the Loqueli Chitarritas and the Vic. Then the only thing that I patch is the region, this one here, which is the feedback of the reverb. And I connect this one with the 410, the WMD 410, which is, it's used as an attenuator or also just to send signals, to send a CV. And with this slider, I control the amount that I'm sending to the region. So instead of turning this knob, I prefer to use the slider here. It's easier for me when it's easier when you have to drop it, because when I drop this here all the way down, it goes back to this position and it doesn't go to this position. So since the knob is not very loose, so if I increase here, then I have to make sure that I go back to this position. Okay, so what is very important is how are the knobs positioned. Okay, that is the most important part you have to focus on while I'm playing. So this is like in this position, I increase it and just drop it. The dry wet, the blend here is always in this position for specific reasons, because if I increase more this one, then it kind of conflicts with the region. So it increases too much the volume of the effect, okay? It's also a matter of how you have the volume of the return, okay? So now I have at the center position because I want you to hear what I'm doing, but mostly it's always not at the center, but it's a bit lower like this. So let's hear the first sounds. So with the Loqueli Chitarritas, I'm gonna send the Loqueli Chitarritas and see the position of the two switches are both to the right side, okay, all the way right. So are in shimmer mode and jump, which basically you have like a fast change to the size, which is basically the delay time of the reverb. Okay. Also, the index here is at the center position. The tone, which is like a filter, is a little bit, is not at the center, it's just a tiny bit to the right, okay? Dance and size are to this position, okay? A bit more, okay? It's not at the center, it's just, just a little bit more, okay? So let's hear the effect now. So this is without Desmodus Versio. This is with the Desmodus Versio. So basically it adds like a bit of delay and reverb just to, add more um, I don't know, more space to the sound of the loqualicitaritas. Now let's increase the region and see what happens. So as you probably know, the shimmer basically adds 1 octave pitch shift, and since I have here the jump mode, I also like to do that effect that I've done. So just like go all the way right, fully clockwise, before dropping the region. Another reason why I use the region instead of the connecting this to the region instead of the dry wet, it's because the level of the module is always the same. Okay, this increase the feedback, and when I just like drop this one and put back the kick drum during a live performance, you can hear the Desmodus Versio that decrease slowly. Okay, and before the drop you have all of these sounds, and the Desmodus covers a bit the loqualicitaritas and the other sounds, and then when you drop this one and you put back the kick drum, you start slowly, you know, the other elements start appearing again slowly, and not all of like all of a sudden. Okay, so if I connect the dry wet, it's more like instantaneous, it's more fast change, and I don't like that. I prefer to have like a slow decrease. So let's hear it back again. Another thing is, before sending the amount, like you see now it's in this position, you always have to make sure to position back to the one you want. Otherwise, when you do these changes and then like you have the region already up, a bit up, and you change this one, it just creates more confusion, more noise. Okay, and you cannot hear clearly the shimmer effect. Okay, so let's hear it back again. So what I did this time was switching to the central position of the lower switch, which is in interpolate mode, which basically changes the delay line length of, I think, the size, and it's like, you know, you feel that wobbly effect, and it's similar to the jump. Okay, it's very similar, so it's up to you. Okay, I always use like mostly the shimmer with the jump. Okay, you can also do something like this. So you basically change the time, and you have that, you know, like the pitch changes the tone basically, and it's very nice. You can do this as you wish, as you want. Okay, now one of my favorite sounds of the Desmodus Versio is when I turn the size fully counterclockwise and the dance fully counterclockwise, like this. Okay, the index always at the center position. Okay, so the rest remains the same. Shimmer, jump. Let's hear what happens. As you probably noticed, this one is faster, so it's not like having the size, and the dance like before. So when you have these two down, the change is faster. Another thing that I do is change the index this time. So I just apply a bit of random CV just to open a bit the sound, and then go back to index, to the center position. Very nice, very, very nice. I like to do this also with the two switches at the center. So it's in distortion now and interpolate, and it's more noisy now. Something that I like to do with this one, when I have distortion and interpolate at the center, I don't drop the level to the down, all the way down, but just I leave some a bit of signal. Right now I don't have the drum machine, so you cannot hear, but I just play the localic and make you understand. So I have the localic. Okay, let's play a different sound now. So this one is more continuous, because I have always the gate for each step, and this kind of melody doesn't work really well with the shimmer effect. It's more like chaotic, because you are feeding the Desmodus Versio with more notes. So let's hear it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that you enjoyed this little video about the Desmodus Versio, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to know anything else. See you next time.